Welcome back to A to Z here on Locked On Sports Atlanta. Make sure you guys search for your podcast, search Locked On Sports Atlanta wherever you get them. We're free on YouTube as well. Appreciate you guys spending some time with us each and every day here on this Thursday. It was great to just talk with Aaron Freeman. And we will wrap things up here today with Dane Brugler, who is one of the best draft analysts out there, works for The Athletic. I truly enjoy his work. He puts out a huge entire draft sort of like portfolio every single year. And in his latest mock draft, his 7-round mock draft, all 262 picks, it was just released today. I want to go through it because we talked a little bit about mock drafts, and I don't put too much stock into them because I know how people react, and then I know exactly what they're for and why everybody does a mock draft, because it just generates clicks, right? It's easy for people to just go look and see, who does this person think my team is going to take, and that's it. But yesterday it was Mel Kiper, and he thinks the Falcons are taking Garrett Wilson. And I saw somebody on Twitter say something, the more I see Garrett Wilson to the Falcons, the more it makes sense to me. And I'm just sitting here going, in what world does it make sense? You don't have anybody to throw him the ball. Like, what world does it make sense? You're going to change his quarterback in a year at 2 at most. What world does it make sense? Like, Marcus Mariota is not the guy to develop Garrett Wilson into a high-level NFL wide receiver. It makes zero sense. I'm not sure how it makes sense, but whatever. Like, that is, as I was telling Aaron Freeman, my puke factor for them taking a wide receiver is so low. The threshold is so low. I don't want to see them do it. To me, it is just a number one sign that it is bad news all the way around. So I want no part of it, none whatsoever. But here's Dane Brugler. Aiden Hutchinson to the Jaguars, Travon Walker to the Lions at 2, Eka Mikwanu to the Texans at 3, Kayvon Thibodeau to the Jets at 4, Evan Neal to the Giants at 5, Kenny Pickett going to the Carolina Panthers at 6. The Giants take Sauce Gardner, the cornerback from Cincinnati, at 7, and at 8, Dane Brugler has the Atlanta Falcons taking Malik Willis. Here's the write-up. Falcons are officially a rebuilding franchise, and the number one priority in this draft or the next draft is to find the quarterback of the future. Next year's quarterback class may be more promising, but this comes down to Atlanta's projection of Willis. If the Falcons believe he can be a high-level quarterback, then they shouldn't pass. Thank you, Dane. You're of my heart and mind. I appreciate you injecting some sanity into this whole thing. You can't pass on a quarterback if you think he's the guy, just because you're not ready. I keep telling you, rebuilds start around the quarterback position. There's no other way to do it. Yes, this is year 0, and next year the quarterbacks are more promising, but I don't play that game. Like, you have to live in the here and now. It doesn't have to be the world's most glorious quarterback prospect for it to work out. And I don't have a problem with them rolling the dice. I appreciate organizations who take chances. The only way to hit big is to bet big. The only way to hit a home run is to swing big. Like, these are just like basic ideas and principles. If you don't swing big on a quarterback, you're never going to hit big on a quarterback. The Tom Brady's are the rarities of the world. The Russell Wilsons are the rarities of the world. All the other high-level quarterbacks in this league, Matt Stafford, first rounder, Aaron Rodgers, first rounder, Patrick Mahomes, first rounder, Josh Allen, first rounder, Kyler Murray, first rounder. Like, this is where the NFL is nowadays. And don't even count Tom Brady anymore. It was 25 freaking years ago. Like, it doesn't even count anymore. Neither does Russell Wilson, who was over a decade ago. First round quarterbacks are where it's at, man. That's it. Go get one. See if they can play. It's really that simple to me. Like, it does not make much sense for me for them to go in a different direction unless you're going to beef up the line. I'm okay with that as a secondary play. I'm not going to hate it by any stretch of the imagination. As I told Aaron, I don't think it's bad for them to take a tackle. Jake Matthews is not going to be much longer for this organization. He's not going to be here for another 5 or 6 years. I guarantee you, if you draft a quarterback next year, Jake Matthews is not your left tackle the entire time that quarterback is here. Why? Because of age, because of salary cap, because a whole variety of different things that could cause him to no longer be part of this team. I mean, so you better have a replacement at left tackle. And now would be a great time to go get one, because there are great ones at the top of this draft, 2 or 3 of them. Like, that's a position you could absolutely get me to smile at, is them taking offensive tackle. Of course they need a pass rusher. They always need pass rushers. This organization needs pass rusher like a desert needs rain. I mean, there's no way around it. So let's see what they do. We got 2 weeks of the NFL draft. We're going to dissect this 100 ways more than needed, right? We're going to over dissect it. And speaking of over dissecting, I'll finish on this final thought here for this Thursday. I heard a certain radio host in this town complain about the Braves, who are 3-4. Stop. They've played 5, count it, not even 5% of their games for the season. Stop. Don't give me the put the rings down thing. Enjoy all of this. Enjoy being the defending champ. Who cares if you have targets on your back? It is such a long season. So many things are going to change. The idea that anybody could be anything upset about what has gone on the first week of the season is laughable. I told you my concerns. I think they strike out too much. Worried about the top of the lineup. Those are fair concerns. Am I writing the team off? Do I think that they strike out too much? No, they lead a league in strikeouts, but still, so what? It's been a week. It'll change. Like, settle down, folks. It's going to be fine. Really. The Braves are a very well-constructed team. If they play to the back of the baseball cards, they'll be in the playoffs again. It really is that simple. All right, make sure you guys follow me on Twitter at Mark Zinno, MarkZinno. Follow Locked On Sports Atlanta at Locked On ATL. Remember, we're free on YouTube. Wherever you guys get your podcast, search for Locked On Sports Atlanta. And we'll be back tomorrow. Preview more of the Hawks and get you set for the weekend right here on A to Z on Locked On Sports Atlanta. You guys have a great day. Don't take any crap from anybody. See ya.